I'm Jennifer Marie Keller. Welcome to my Diary of a Painter. In my last video, I showed how I made this drawing in 7 steps, and I'm going to be giving this drawing away. If you want a chance to win this drawing, make sure you're signed up for my newsletter. You can sign up by going to my website at jennifermariekeller.com, scrolling down on that first page, and then you'll see the area where you enter your information. Or you can email me at jennifermariekeller@gmail.com, give me your name and your email address, and let me know in that email that you want to be signed up for my newsletter. And don't worry, if you're already signed up for my newsletter, you're already entered in to win this drawing. And if you missed that last video and you want to check out how I made this drawing, you can find the link for that video in the description box down below. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the scene tools that I use when I'm making my paintings or drawings. And by scene tools, I mean anything that I use that helps me to make the image that I'm working fresh and kind of give me a new perspective on seeing my piece or my subject. This is especially helpful for pieces that I'm working on that take weeks or months to finish, because I find that my eyes get kind of used to looking at the image, and so I might not notice mistakes or ways that I can push the image further, and so using these scene tools just flips my brain into a new perspective, so it's easier for me to see what's working, what's not working, and how I can make changes. For all the tools that I use, I'm going to show where you can purchase them, and for some of them, how you can make them yourself. My most important tool is the mirror. This is an average normal mirror. I like to have a small one that I can take with me anywhere, and it's really easy to hold while I'm working, or I'll keep it under my arm, and so I can pull it out easily. And I use this mirror for not only looking at my painting, but also my subject. The mirror is great because it reverses your image, so either you're painting or drawing or your subject, so you're seeing it in a new, fresh way. And I'll use this mirror in all different ways. So I'll look at my image upside down like this. I'll look down into it, look at it in each side. And so kind of moving it still around that, you're seeing your image in all different ways, so that helps to keep everything fresh. My second most used scene tool is the black mirror. The black mirror is welder's glass, but instead of looking through it like you would welder's glass, you look at the reflection of the image, so you're using it like a mirror. The black mirror is great for judging values and also color, because what it does is it compresses the values and colors. Since painting tools and drawing tools can't get as close to life, you can't get things as colorful as you see in real life, or as bright or as dark. This is really great to make judgments for your piece because it compresses things, the values and colors, closer to what your materials can actually get to range-wise. This is a Tiffin lens, and it kind of brings the values to a drawing one step further than the black mirror. So this you hold up to your eye and look through, and it makes everything go a sepia color. And so you're not seeing color anymore, but just pure value. And so before I start a painting or drawing, I'll look through this at my subject and make sure that the values are interesting enough and strong enough apart that it's going to make a good drawing just based on value alone. And then while working on the piece or getting the piece more to the end of it, I'll look through this at my painting or drawing compared to the actual subject and make sure that my piece is strong enough value-wise, and if I need to push anything more, make things darker or lighter. This is the red lens, which is a plastic lens that I popped out of a cheap pair of eyeglasses. I love this tool. I use it at the end of my pieces for drawings or paintings. And so this too pretty much takes all the color out because you're seeing everything in red. But what it is great at doing is making the light effect of your piece really obvious. So it makes the lightest lights even lighter and brighter, and it makes that glow appearance in life even more exaggerated. And so I will use this looking at my piece, judging it from my actual subject, making sure that that glow in life is as strong as it is in my piece. And so this is really great also for seeing if I've over modeled areas. So meaning that in my lighter values, if my transitions of light values are a little bit too jumpy or are too dark, it makes it really obvious with this. and shows me where I need to lighten things up and make things more gradual so I can get that nice glow that I love in paintings and drawings. And then finally, my cards. So these cards are made from the back of a sketchbook, that thick cardboard material, and then I've poked 2 holes in them. And so I use these to isolate areas in my painting and also in my subject. So I hold them up and I'll look through the holes and make comparisons. And so I have 2 of them, so I can use one to look at my painting at a certain area, go to the same area in my subject and look through the hole in that area and compare them. So this is good for isolating a certain area of value, or also isolating a certain area of color or temperature, seeing where the differences are and if you need to make changes in your painting or drawing. And it's also good to see transition wise as well. So isolating areas in the painting and in your subject, see if you have as much transitions in your piece as your actual subject does. So it's letting you see if you're over modeling areas, and also isolating different texture areas in the piece as well. So if I'm working a glass bottle and I'll hold an isolated area up of the glass bottle of my painting and then the same area in my subject, and I look through the 2 holes and see if it looks like it's the same material and it is glass, and like I could knock on it and it would kind of make that same glass sound in my painting as it would in real life. And also then do something if I have like a flower petal, which is a huge difference of texture between glass and a flower petal. And so instead of just holding it up to my painting and the subject, I can hold it up to different materials in my painting as well. So maybe this hole is isolating an area of the glass bottle, maybe this area is isolating an area of a flower petal that's in my painting. And so I can make sure that I have, by looking through the 2 isolated spots in my painting, that there is variation of texture. And so one looks like a silky petal and the other one looks like hard glass. I also do the same thing with isolating by just using my hands. So this gets bigger areas as well. Well, I'll just make a circle with my hand and do the same thing where either I'm isolating 2 areas in my painting, isolating an area in my painting and the subject. This is a nice fast way to do it. And I'll also look through an area and kind of make a telescope with my hands and look through my hands this way. And doing that, I'll isolate, usually I'm isolating the brightest point in my painting and making sure that that has, like going like this, making a glow effect that I want it to. And so doing that in isolating areas, I do that towards the end of my piece as I'm resolving and finishing things up. Isolating areas, making sure I have like the glow and enough transitions. And also doing this using either the hands or the cards. I like to make sure that every area on my painting is as interesting as possible. So whether that be the focal point of the painting or maybe the corner of my painting, maybe it has these like interesting brush strokes that if you isolate that area, it could be a nice little abstract painting in and of itself. I like to have a lot of variation in my paintings and make sure that there's interest all over the painting, whether it be from a point that shouldn't have a lot of attention to it, all the way then to just the focal point that has the most attention given to it. Those are all my seeing tools that I use to make my drawings and paintings. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Also, you can find all my other social media platforms in the description box down below. And if you want to be entered in to win this drawing, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter.